Hi everybody, it's James here from the Anvil. I hope everybody is doing really well, even though West Ham United's out of the Carabao Cup, because it has finished Tottenham Hotspur 2, West Ham United 1 at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. West Ham's out of the competition and won't be going through into the semi-finals. I've just been going through Twitter and looking through what people have been saying about the game. And as much as people are saying they're proud of the performance from the players and how resilient the players were in the second half, I'm just going to put it out there right now. I'm tired of these Valiant defeats. I'm tired of playing well and losing. Because every single time people say, oh, West Ham lost but they played well. Bottom line is, West Ham still lost. It's like saying, oh yeah, I'm really good at work today. I've been really good at work today. I was only 1 minute late. The point is, I don't care if you're 1 minute late to work or whatever, you were still not on time. And that's the kind of same analogy with this. If you play really well and lose, the bottom line is you still lost. You still got nothing. And I mean, this is what irks me about West Ham. It's the fact that I'm sick of us playing well and then losing. It's not something in a competition like this that you want to gloat about, because I want West Ham to win a trophy. And obviously getting knocked out means that you can't do that. So yeah, I can kind of sit on the fence and say, oh yeah, West Ham deserved something out of the game. West Ham played well, but they didn't get anything out of it. So I'm sick of Valiant defeats. That's the bottom line. Can't say it anymore. West Ham team actually was good. Areola was in goal. Ben Johnson's back from his injury way earlier than expected. Harrison Ashby had to start in right back because Sofal being suspended and Fredericks was on the bench. Vlašić started, which is what I'd been calling for. And Antonio has apparently tested positive for COVID-19, so that meant Jarrod Bowen was going up top. Bowen up top is something that I've wanted to see in the Premier League games as well. Antonio's not been very good up top on his own. Bowen up there is what I wanted. And Vlašić played as well, which was even a little bit more better. Vlašić is a player who has impressed me every single time he's played for West Ham, even if it has been as a substitute or in a Europa League game. He's played really well for us. West Ham, in that first half, got closed down a lot. And I've mentioned in videos in the past that West Ham's needing to change its game plan, or West Ham's getting sussed out a lot. Happened yet again, really, in this game. West Ham got closed down a lot in the Spurs half. Bowen and Lanzini, in particular, were pressurised by Spurs players. Rice also hit a free kick way over the bar, and I don't know why he's on set-piece duties, because I don't remember him scoring one directly. Areola was forced to deny Harry Kane with a save, but still, West Ham, again, started to deploy this crossing into the box tactic, and every single time it was happening, Spurs players were on the West Ham players like a rash. Vlašić having a good first half, though. He actually put in 2 very dangerous through balls and liked to take on multiple players at once. And when I was writing for Green Street Hammers, that's one thing that I said about him. Vlašić likes to take on multiple players at once because he's one of those players who likes to push his luck more in a good way. And he did do that. He carried the ball forward quite efficiently. Masuaku, yeah, we got to talk about him. First half, this is my beef with Masuaku. He's a bad defender, but he's quite a good crosser of the ball. I don't think he's naturally a left-back. Even, I would actually say he's more of like a wing-back or a winger in general. He's not a defender. He cannot defend to save his life at all. And in this game, it was no different. He got dribbled past quite a lot. Spurs went 1-0 up through a tappy goal. Lanzini lost the ball after Rice won it back. Bit of miscommunication between the two. Lanzini was supposed to get it. He didn't. He lost it in a very dangerous place. Spurs got the ball back. Found Bergwijn, who just tapped it in from close range. Lanzini, shocker of the first half, by the way. And that was just the start of what was worse to come for him. Souček forced Lloris into 2 great saves. Souček had been very quiet and poor in the game, but he did have a little moment of brilliance with a header that was bound to go into the top corner, but Lloris dived up to save it. And Lloris denied him again. Corner came in, Dawson headed it over, but he should have done better with that and headed it down. Had he headed it down, it would have definitely gone in. Bowen then equalised. And this was quite a good response. Those 3 chances from Souček and Dawson actually resulted in West Ham getting a little bit of a confidence boost and scoring. Vlašić with the assist on this goal. He did all the work for this goal. Vlašić, lovely move. Getting the ball into Bowen. Bowen's trying to get dispossessed, but he manages to keep the ball, spins it around and fires it quite calmly and lowly into the bottom of the net. Lloris doesn't even move. It's 1-1. It came very quickly. Poor goalkeeping by Lloris. He probably should have done better to try and save that, but he didn't move at all. Vlašić got an assist. And I said at some point, Vlašić needs to get a goal or an assist to get into gear, and that's what he did in this. I would actually be comfortable starting him in a few more games. Just so we're getting our hopes up, and it was 1-1, 2-1 Spurs. Carbon copy of the first goal, really. This is what annoys me. It was carbon copy of the first goal. Lucas Moura scored it. Why did nobody close anyone down in the box? It's like there's 3 players, like 2 or 3 players around one player as he's coming in. No one's tackling to get the ball. No one's intercepting it. Gives them carte blanche to pass it lowly and tamely and get it into the net, into a position where it can be scored from very close range again. Lanzini, crap again. Diop, crap. He didn't look good up against Steven Bergwijn. Diop and Dawson do not work well together. And I've got to just say, Dawson, excellent game. He was doing all the work that Diop couldn't do. Dawson was intercepting, tackling, marking. Diop wasn't doing that. Diop was like no man's land. Just letting Spurs players come into his space all the time. Couldn't work well together. Those 2 don't work well together. Lanzini off. Souček maybe needed to come off. But Harrison Ashby, Jarrod Bowen, Nikola Vlašić, Craig Dawson had a really good first half of football. Ashby looked really comfortable on the ball and mature, even though he's still into his second appearance in West Ham colours. Bowen obviously got the goal, looked really good up top. And he's one of those players who's a bright light in the team right now. In the second half, West Ham still kept crossing into the box. 2 problems with that. One I've already mentioned. Teams know what we're doing. And 2, why are we trying to cross balls to a player who's under 6 foot in Jarrod Bowen? He's not tall. He's not getting his head on it. The disadvantage to having Bowen up front is you can't put crosses into the box because he's not powerful enough to head it. He's not tall enough to out-jump a 6'2" defender. And it's not enough, really. Bowen went one-on-one with Lloris, and 2 Spurs players tried to get the ball back. Lloris ended up fouling Bowen, nearly. Wasn't given a penalty, though. It wasn't really a foul. Bowen jumped over him before the foul came in. But there were some good signs there. A little bit more resilience, a little bit more determination from West Ham. Spurs made some subs. They brought on Son and they brought on Harry Winks. Off came Bergwijn, off came Moura. Son went in on goal from a Harry Kane pass. Masuaku got in front to Son and Areola was able to collect it. Here was what the issue is still with Masuaku. Wasn't good at defending at all. In fact, he had a worse second half than he did the first half. And even substitutions from there onwards are a bit strange. Lanzini off and Vlašić off. On came Ben Rana and Fornals. Why was Masuaku still not coming off? Masuaku had a shocker of a game and still he didn't come off. Lanzini coming off. All right, fair enough. Ben Rama coming on. It's now a bit predictable. Every time Lanzini comes off, it's Ben Rama that comes on, or it's Fornals that's coming on for Lanzini, or it's Fornals coming on for Ben Rama and vice versa. That's something else that teams have come to expect when it comes to West Ham substitutions. Just very predictable. Spurs had the ball a lot in this game. They didn't press, really. Ben Rama fired miles off target, but at least he was trying to do something. He was actually trying to put a bit more pressure on Spurs and at least trying to go for goal. His decision-making was probably a bit rash, probably because time was starting to run out and needed a reaction. He played it offside when he could have shot it, and I don't know why he passed it. I think it was to Souček. I don't know why he did that. He could have just shot it from outside the box and he would have been fine. Dele Alli came on for Oliver Skipp, and then Andriy Yarmolenko came on for Harrison Ashby. I don't know why Ashby came off. Ashby had a great game. And Masuaku still played the full 90 minutes. I know everything's Masuaku, but he didn't have a good game, and I can't really say anything good about him. Like, why? Benrahma also came very, very close to scoring from shooting the ball from a very tight angle. Emerson Royale and Tanganga came on for Spurs as well in the last 8 minutes. West Ham got the ball a lot into Spurs' half. Rice won a corner for West Ham, but no first man's getting to the ball. So, they're a bit pointless. Yarmolenko's shot was deflected onto the crossbar, and I thought it was going to loop in. I really did. I had a heart in my mouth with that. But it wasn't to be. Corner, subsequently, even Areola came up for it. Lloris got it. 2-1 it finished. Like I say, I am going to credit the players because they did look resilient and everything. They did look really strong as a unit and had that togetherness and that tight-knit about them. But still, we're too easy to play against these days. Everything with us is crosses into the box. Teams know what to expect. Run through the middle. Teams know what to expect when running through the middle. Declan Rice is going to go on one of his long runs. Teams know that. Teams have sussed us. Again, Spurs knew what to expect from us. We need to change something up. I think what we need to do is stop crossing it into the box more that often and start playing the ball on the ground more. Playing the ball on the ground more certainly helps Bowen out because he tends to score his goals from low-angle shots. January can't come soon enough. We need new signings. We need another striker, obviously. I expect to sign a striker and a centre-back within the first week of the window. Otherwise, what's the point? We need it. We need to nail this January transfer window, or else we're screwed for the rest of the season. We can't have Antonio up there all the time because he's not been playing very well. We can't have Bowen up there all the time because it means there's going to be a lack of crossing and a lack of attack on that side of the wing. We need Zuma back in the defence ASAP. And we need to change things. We've been calling to change things for the last month and it needs doing. Because we can't keep losing games like this and then just wondering why it happened or just looking in hindsight. We need to just be a bit more responsible, I think, and just take responsibility for our own actions. Because it's our fault that we started losing games. You know, we're not doing anything to have a plan B. We're not being smart enough for knowing what to do when we start going 1-0 down. And even then, we only just start playing from there onwards. We had to go 1-0 down to get our butts into gear in this game as well. That's got to stop. We've got to be in control for the full 90 minutes, not just 60 minutes. It's disappointing to lose this game, but there were some good signs. But the bottom line is we still lost and I'm not happy about that. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Aftermath. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all soon.